Have you ever been healthy enough to go work, strong enough to go exercise, and well enough to not have an unforeseen emotion about some worry or some thought? Have you ever had a social worker counselor who's the rule of law for you to not be homeless? Have you ever had a social worker counselor who's the opposite gender? Have you ever relaxed your face and loosened your heart out in the cold weather and come back home and stop trying to finish schoolwork for the day? To give up on the dreams, the hopes, and the aspirations and just accept the reality of life in the world now. Be sad, depressed, lonely, miserable, and afraid in the social housing system of Seattle, Washington. Or go out and find peace. My life has been condensed and shrunk so tightly and so minuscule. The death I'll have eventually will be so unimportant. And nobody will notice. And I can't figure out why the unimportance and the unnoticing then can't be similar now. Why can't I live in my home? Why can't I not have someone confuse me every 2 weeks? Chemically charge me and then release their grip. Why does an apartment have to be a house room? Why does mental health services involve so much control and power and nobody getting well again? Nobody getting healthy. It's as if people got so angry with capitalism, people got so angry with the United States of America, they decided they wanted to make a job to be in charge of a person, and then they wanted to build the person a home. And that way their job wouldn't be too hard and difficult. So they make these two parts of life for a person like me. They declare that they need to meet with the person, me, every 2 weeks. They say, well, no evictions now because of coronavirus, but they will be postponed until after the eviction restrictions are over with. And at that time, they will be dealt with accordingly. There was this simplicity when I went into surgery for chordoma and was nearly ready to die from the tumor suffocating me to death, pushing it into my brainstem. There's this peace and this calm and this relaxing event unfolding. The health was gonna be here now. The end to all of the medications, the end to all the hospitalizations, the end to all of the dysfunction and diagnosing and misinformation. But now as I sit here in my apartment, now as I make a video for school, I can't find the strength, I can't find the energy, and I can't even find the courage anymore to want to help anybody around me. I don't want to even lift my hand anymore. I want to fall down into a hole and never be seen again. To solve the problem the social worker mental health organization has with me, my emotions, my horrible behavior, and my stupid fucking words, and my ugly face, I've been told. Because when I do too much music, then I look ugly, they say. Oh, how are you today? Oh, you doing okay? You know, you were sick 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you look pretty bad the other night. There's no teamwork. There's no progress going forward. There is only a person in charge, a client, and their stupid fucking belief they can be a chaplain in the United States military in the future. A stupid fucking goddamn dream they can be a neurosurgeon for little children when they get older. All because their paperwork says I am 36 years old, I have a previous medical history, I belong where I am now, and they have what they need to give me the treatment to solve my problems. Have you ever thought about how short death would be compared to suffering? Have you ever considered how compassionate death could possibly be for people who don't live in a world where they have freedom. And aren't allowed to have dreams and aspirations and goals and motivation and inspiration, but need control, need rules and restrictions and big, huge fucking woman eyes to make the man, gender, who's not neutral and not transgender and transsexual, obey their command. There's this word called disfigurement. The no-nonsense, go, 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 healthy, 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 healthy. Beautiful. Unbelievable in some regards. Disfigurement. Hands, face, voice, eyes, ears, body, mind, self. Listen. Follow the rules. Here's the restrictions. Now look at my eyes and hear my voice. These aren't two different trails the wolf goes on to hunt for food. These are two separate descriptions. The brain does imagination, the brain does logic, the brain does reasoning, the brain does words. The eyes see, the ears hear, the voice speaks. But nowadays, people need to be organized. People need to be correctly obeying the law. Not the justice system where you go to jail, you go to prison. The social rules in place in the world. The people who know everybody, the people who know what they're doing, when they're doing it, and how they're accomplishing their task, have said what it takes to stay alive and not get thrown in some fucking room somewhere because the person says, oh my gosh, maybe dying would be less difficult and far less tragic than trying to go and help people medically, than trying to help people with volunteering, than trying to actually get healthy and well and working in the world, assisting others. These people used to be called treason. And people that locked people up were called fucking Nazis. They put people in gas chambers and shit, and they didn't let them start a second video. They said, oh, no, 15 minutes in that oven over there.